New Orleans to make a football game out of it in the second half. They looked lifeless at time, especially on the offensive side of the ball in this game. Kept it right around that one-score game in the fourth quarter. A chance there for Moreau to hook up with Carr. Carr did go 33 of 55 for 301, a touchdown and an interception. Trevor Lawrence on a less than 100% knee, 20 of 29 for 204 and a touchdown. Surprisingly, making a difference with his legs as well. 59 rushing yards, and that one touchdown, a long one late. The Christian Kirk, the difference in this one. In studio with CBS NFL analyst Emery Hunt here to break this one down. Emery, interesting ball game, had a specifically Thursday night feel to it at moments, but then offense breaks out in the second half, the Moreau moment late. Let's start right there. What did you see in that play? Derek Carr, Foster Moreau in the corner in a one-score game. Got to have that one.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, Joe, you know, as a receiver where the ball may seem like it's a grapefruit coming at you or a big beach ball coming at you, and those are usually the hardest ones to catch. So you feel for Foster Moreau. He gave an impassioned speech on the sideline leading into that drive, but then you saw him just drop that touchdown, which would have put them in position to tie the game. But you like that Carr fought back through injury, got them down in position to come back and tie this ball game, and the defense got those key stops. I thought it was a fantastic job all the way around. So you like some positives from this situation, but you also saw why they were down. They have to start the game how they finish this one here tonight.
Certainly. I mean, it's week 7. We should have a pretty good idea of who is going to bring what to the table. And I'm not sure after this one if I have a better idea of who the New Orleans Saints are, or if I'm still confused as to strength on defense, offense that struggles, that seem to flip at moments in this game. Where are you at right now on the New Orleans Saints?
Yeah, I'm right there with you because I can't understand what I'm seeing from New Orleans in terms of the run game. Usually you can count on New Orleans having a very good run game. The run game wasn't there tonight, and I get it. They want to do the short passing game to try to supplement their run game, and we saw Alvin Kamara go over 90 yards receiving, over 60 yards rushing the football. He had some couple of big plays right there. But also, if they're going to be one-dimensional and they're going to have to live in this world where he's going to have to be their run game by the passing game, then that's how they're going to have to play it, which will require their offensive line to be a little bit more sound, a little bit more cohesive, which will require Derek Carr to be a little bit more efficient and protective of the football. If we're seeing those things, then they can play this game, and as long as their defense stays how it is, they can have some success moving forward.
He did run it 17 times, but 14 targets in the passing game for a running back indicates exactly what you said right there. It's a team that does not believe in that rushing attack right now. They were down both of their starting tackles in this matchup. Let's get to the winners here for a moment, and I want to break down some of what we saw, but let's go big picture first here, because over the next 23 days, this is a Jacksonville team that will play one football game. They're on a mini bye now, then they'll play Pittsburgh, then it's the actual bye after that. Talk to me about the importance of getting this one under your belt, a win in this moment where it did look spotty there in the fourth quarter.
I'm glad you said that because it's twofold, Joe, because when you think about how they won this game, this was a game that Jacksonville, as a young football team, would usually lose, but they found a way to close out a team, a pesky opponent in New Orleans in an impressive way. Their defense made a play in the end. They were getting after Carr all throughout the game, and I thought when you think about their ability to not run the football, they couldn't run the ball against the Saints defense. Trevor Lawrence had to do some things with his legs on a gimpy leg, picking up those key first downs. He had 2 chunk run plays tonight, which helped this offense stay on the field, which helped this offense find ways to make points. And you see right there, that touchdown to Christian Kirk spoke volumes of how they're able to find a way to make a way. And this is someone that's explosive. They got him the ball short on that key drive and that key down the distance, and he was able to outrun everyone to the end zone. And if you're winning games like this, if you're Jacksonville, it bodes well for them moving forward. We saw them win a game like this against the Chargers in the playoffs. So now they're just kind of reminding themselves that muscle memory is starting to get back in play, that, hey, we can do this. We can win games ugly. We can win them great. Yeah. But we need to win them in any kind of way to move forward and how we want to be at the end of the season.
Yeah, it was not the prettiest performance in this moment, but you saw it there from Week 14 last year, 10-2 in the regular season, now on a 4-game winning streak as well, a building confidence. But at moments in this game, it looked like that confidence was shaken, or they weren't executing to the degree that they needed to put this game out of reach. They sort of let the Saints hang around in moments, 2 turnovers in the first half as well. What are the coaching points for a team that's not going to see a lot of live action here over the next 3 weeks?
Remember why you are in this situation, and I believe the kids call this playing with their food. I also believe the kids call this, hey, you let a bad team hang around, and if you give them confidence, things could come back and bite you in the end, but they were able to remind themselves why they are leading the AFC South, why they are a perennial team that everyone thought was going to win the division and go deep into the playoffs this year, why people feel as though they are a challenge to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC, because they're built explosively on the perimeter. They can get after the quarterback. They can rush the passer. They can also play the ball in the back end. We saw young guys step up on defense in the secondary, make plays on the ball at the highest point. Even when this play here, when they get stuffed, they come back out and find a way to get the ball back for their offense. So for me, this was a big win for Jacksonville. This is a type of game going into that bye week. Hey, we didn't play a perfect game, so we got to keep the foot on the gas throughout this mini bye week that they're going to get.
Like you said, trying to level up here into that echelon of the Chiefs and, dare I say, the Bills, who have yet to execute in those moments as well. But the Jacksonville Jaguars focusing on the division, but beyond as well, Emery. Trevor Lawrence was spectacular in this moment. There were some questions about what Lawrence would be able to bring to the table here on that knee. Not only did he do what his team needed to do to win, but he also used the legs in a way we had not seen before. I mean, how surprised are you at what he accomplished? Yes, outgained in the passing game, again, spotty in moments, play calling, third down conversion, an issue on both sides of the ledger here. But Trevor Lawrence, intangibles in this moment, had to have told you something about how he feels about himself as a starting quarterback in this league.
Man, he is one tough hombre, man. When you think about how he was able to run on that leg, and when you watch him throw the football, there was no favoring to one side. The ball had the right amount of velocity on it. He was able to drive the ball in the tight windows, drive it deep down the field. So he went out there and balled out on both sides of the ball, passing the ball, running the football. So for me, this was a huge, I don't want to say coming out party, that's more cliche, but I felt like he showed people around the league that this is a tough dude, and Jacksonville will go as far as he takes them.
Took the pins out of that push pin down that they had going on down there in the Bayou. He was had 2 losses in college in that building, big losses at that. Comes away with the victory in this moment, a Week 7 win over the Saints. Emery, thank you. And don't forget, each and every weekend, there's only one place to be. That's with us on Game Day Scoreboard. The second day go final, you join us right here for full highlights, analysis, and interviews from the booth every Sunday beginning at 4 Eastern so they stop keeping score. Straight ahead on CBS Sports HQ, we take a look at the fantasy fallout. Minimal targets for a number of big names, and some big names putting up numbers to match. It's all coming next on CBS Sports HQ.